Hello. It's time for another game of Spider and Old Scooter. The theme for today is it's Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Um, Cranberry juice and homemade fizzy water. Delicious. Anyway, today was a day of the marches for science and science rallies and all that. And the wife and I attended. Looky here. This was the sign we carried, one side of it. Here, I'll turn on my magic headlamp. Stay alert, citizens. On the left it says science is not silence, and on the right it says science matters. So it was a really nice, excuse me while I adjust camera here. It was a nice rally. It was laid back. It was relaxed. There were many hundreds of people. I would guess 500 or 600 people, and most of them were actually scientists. Dr. Duff, my wife, wore her neuropsychology lab coat, and I wore my Bosque del Apache sweatshirt or long sleeve T-shirt or something. Sorry to do this. Anyway, we're here to play Spider Solitaire, my favorite version, and I'm going to play this one in celebration for science rallies. Can you imagine we have to rally for science? It's like holding a vigil for drinking water. Okay, let's get on with it. We know that two suits are what we play here, and I'll talk my way through it. I'm trying to develop a general feel theory about how this thing works. Spider Mac down here, the artificial intelligence behind this program, is ferocious as a competitor. And if you think a simple game, artificial intelligence can wipe up the deck with you, think about what the more advanced ones are going to be capable of. Are you following all that conversation and people like Elon Musk who are saying it's one of the great threats to mankind? Artificial intelligence, machine learning, all that. I don't know. Well, anyway, I tried. I took a gamble. I crossed the color line, put a black 8 on a red 9, and I got a move out of it. Only one, but I'm going to stay with it because we're early in the game. A strange rationale for taking odd risks. That's R-I-S-K-S. Risks. Well, there you go. I've risked myself right into no more moves that I see. You may see some, as always, that I miss, but hey. No prob. I get in my hey, no prob mood after watching, as time goes by, the old Brit sitcom that we love and watch every Saturday for some reason. So there are some moves here. We're putting black on black and red on red unless we make a conscious decision to take a chance, thus gamble. And I don't mean like sheep. Oh, see, I do play slow. I'm an old guy. Old and slow go together quite well. Oh, look at it, right side by side. A nice, now I've got a Jack 2 stack. And by putting an ace on the bottom, it becomes a string. That's my own little nomenclature. So for you to follow what I'm doing, I have to explain once in a while what my words mean. Words are such malleable creatures. Well, I've done about all the malleabling I can do here. Well, I could cross the color line well, see, there's something I want. Look at that. Well, now, but that's only one move. I had to block off this 4 to get that move. Was it worth it? I'm going to say it was. And who's here to argue with me? Now, I've got 2 8s to go on this 1 9. This one will give me a 7-6. This one will give me an 8. I've got an 8. Oh, so I think I'll just do that. I don't know. I don't know. The jack might have been fun. I could have put it here, then done what with the 6? Excuse me. I don't have a cough switch, so you have to hear me cough when I cough. If you hear me cough when I don't cough, call your psychiatrist. So I guess that's that. Now I'm going to restack. See, a 7, an 8 to an 8, I didn't gain anything except make this longer. That's a questionable tactic. Easy for me to say. As one ages, it is my observation, sometimes your mouth doesn't work as well as it used to. And words come out kind of snushed up. But if you'll put up with me, I'll put up with you. How's that for a deal? I guess, see, this is an expensive move. Have to block that 10-9-8 to get a 4 I don't want anyway. Well, do I need that king desperately? No, I don't. Okay, I'll take it back. Doesn't cost me a penny to try stuff. Thank you, Spider Mac. You could bet right now Spider is grinding her artificial intelligence gears to see how badly she can beat me. What is it I want? What's my pattern of play? She knows these things. See, she's observed me playing for a long time, so she has an idea of what I might do and not do, and she'll try to make it harder one way or another. So we're down to one deal left. We have not punched but one hole in the ready reserve, the cards she's, in my theory, switching back and forth from these virtual inventories to whatever she needs. And what she needs is exactly what I don't want. She knows how to get stuff I couldn't use in a hailstorm. Well, I will take a deep be here now breath and call up the last deal. Now, as I've said many, many times, I'm committed. What was that the right thing to do? I don't know. I could have done this, that. Let's check that out. Yeah, 7 and this 6 here. I have all these jacks. Oh, well, all I have to do is finish the game and call it quits. Here's an assessment of the situation. There's a house margin of $50. You have to reach $550 to break even after having paid $500 to play. And every move cost you $1, so I've lost $34, and the house margin was $50, so I've lost $84. No big, since they're not real dollars, but they're emotional dollars. I feel the loss. But I have finished this game, so now I'm going to show you the other side of the sign. Don't clatter. Lie down carefully. Turn the sign around. Yeah, maybe bring it closer. Turn on the magic headlamp. My Petzl Tequila. Come on. There we go. Let's see, we have several. Can you see? Do I have it on? Oh, don't look at the light. Oh, that was awful. Okay, let's see. Adjust the camera. This is not easy. I'll just hold the camera. You can see it has science covers. There's a Sierra cover. There's all about birds. There's women belong in the lab. Another science. Women for a healthy planet. We will not go quietly. So anyway, that's this is our all-purpose sign. It's not easy making those signs. Anyway, now we're going to play another game. And we'll devote this one to headlamps. Now, I don't know, you haven't been hearing a word I said, have you? I told you, didn't I, that this is actually a camera that I use for my lapel mic. It has a wonderful little mic in it. It's quite clear. It does some noise cancellation. But enough of that chit-chat. Let's get on with the game. Game 2. It's weird being live. So the first move I make, using the automatic moving app, tap the card. I'll take it back and show you. Intending to go here. Right there to that 9. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to get the big cursor. But so I just tapped it, and it goes to the nearest available move, which happened to be the red 9. Now that happened in my self-judgment out of inattention, impatience, rushing things. So I charged myself the $1 it takes to go on to where I intended to go. And worse, and I'm considering whether to continue this strange behavior, is that when I do that particular mistake, I can't take it back and get my money back. I have to pay the $1, and I have to sing this very short but stupid song. Gave away $1. That's hard to do when you're an old guy. I mean, an 80-year-old man singing a silly song. But it's supposed to cure me of that inattention, that mistake you make from just rushing things. If there's any lesson we should learn in our senior years, is that rushing is silly most of the time. We got a lot of wind here today. That was a door slamming somewhere. Here come the dogs. Jack to the 10, 10 to the jack, 9 to the 8. That slamming door sort of jarred me into awareness. I can actually see some moves here for a minute. Won't last long. Mama's taking the dogs out for the final do. Inevitably, though, when you have 5 dogs, one of them will decide the middle of the night is the time to go outside. So I'm just flying along here, hoping against hope that fate will turn with me and that Spider Mac down here, I may be getting too old to do that, will give me mercy. If I do this, I'll have a 6. I can play that 5. That jack wouldn't be that playable, so I'll do that, do this, see what's under here. A 2. That's good. I mean, how could something called 2 be bad? Come here, 2. Nice 2. Rocka-docka-docka. Well, this wouldn't be too expensive a cover. There's nothing happening in that pile. But then if I keep thundering along that pack, I don't know, I think I'm going to back off a little bit here. Do this one, then this one. That's not so radical. And that works out better, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I can't quite say it like the Brits say it. That's so British, isn't it? So we have that, we have this, we have that, we have this. And I'm not making the kind of progress I like. You know when it's going to go your way. All right, here we go. I showed our signs to YouTube. She doesn't care. Good, she said. Yeah, I got that. 4, 3, 3, 5, 4. 10, 9. Nope. no magic, no joy. Neither of these queens would do anything if I experimented with them. So last deal, the hospice round. I have to finish this no matter what, and I can tell you what the what's going to be, and it's not going to be me winning. So I'm going to spin through this as quick as I can and fulfill my duties to my pledge to finish every darn game. Okay, that's finished. What have I got here? 26? Yep. So I lost $76. I'm not proud of that, but neither is it shameful like losing $176. So last go to Kokomo. 2 suits. You know, there are people on Twitch, probably on YouTube, that play Spider Solitaire 4 suits, which is a way more complicated game. And a lot of those guys and gals are elite players, and they go to see everything all the time. And they're all about, 32 years old. So I forgive them. But I can't match their play, don't intend to, don't want to, don't try to make me. See what that does. An 8. Well, it's playable. It's one play. I could do a restack and have a 10 stack. 10-5 is not bad. First deal in the game. So I think, though, that that's it. Something hiding I don't see. You'd think on a simple board like this, every move would be extremely obvious to anybody. I do this and this and this. But sometimes they escape me. And I'm told everybody misses a play once in a while. With some people it's once a year, but once in a while. If you know anybody who's a Spider Solitaire player, ask them sometime. When you're just playing casually, do you find you miss moves? The Microsoft version of Spider, when you think you've made all your moves, you can tap a pile or tap something, I forget what it is, and it will show you any possible moves that are left. They may be moves you've seen and they're turned down, you didn't like them. Or they may be moves you didn't see. So you never really have to go out of a hand or a deal leaving moves because you didn't see them. But this one, no hints. A subtle exercise in power by Spider Mac. 9-8. Well, all right. You fiddled enough. Rome has completely burned down to the foundations, and you're still fiddling. 8-7. Well, how nice to line them up like that for me. Not to accuse you, madam, of any charity. I know you don't like that. All right. Boom. There we go. 9-10. Some evenings or mornings or whenever it is I move to play this game and do this strange exhibitionism of playing it online, I go through phases, or maybe the game goes through phases. I've thought that it may have a cyclical twist to where she's given more freedom and can be meaner and turn out worse programs or worse games that are harder and harder to beat. But my theory is that her creator, I don't know whether it was a man or a woman or a team or who, but her creator wrote into the thing, hard-coded, that every once in a while she has to lighten up. Let us poor suckers have a win now and again. That's what Vegas does, of course, but Vegas is run by actual walking, talking, breathing humans. This is run by that pile of pixels down there. Spider Mac. She ain't no quack. Well, I ain't no progressy. Oh, there's 2 queens to go on that king, and I just sit there looking at them. This will give me a king. Do I need a king? I don't need a king. I got a king. This will give me a 7. I don't need a 7, but I don't have one, so I'll do that. That will let me do this if I want to. Do I want to? Yes, I do. Then I'll do this. Now I have a little 5 string down here. Nothing very promising here, and only 1 card left to deal. This is not promising. But no one ever promised me a rose garden, nor an easy game. I guess I'll do this. I'm getting desperate here at the end. I don't like it, so I'll take it back, and I'll just deal the last card. Why not? Well, maybe I can get over it quickly. Do my suffering. I've done it. And fly to the 7 winds. If I'm missing a play, Spider, I apologize. I've lost $80. You realize I've lost in the $80-ish range now 3 times in a row? That adds up. Yeah. I'd have to have a killer win. You've had that experience at the casinos, I assume? Farther and farther behind, more and more you think, gotta have a big win, gotta have a big win. Knowing all along that you're on a slippery slope of self-deception. I speak of these things so learnedly because I just make them up, read books and stuff. I actually don't gamble, except here, of course. I throw my life on the line. Hear that clang? There's big wind in the New Mexico mountains tonight. That was a lightweight wood weight on the bottom of a bird net in front of a big sliding glass door, which without said net, the birds go flying into it, 60 miles an hour, break their neck, fall down, all the dogs bark. I feel sad about the bird. So we put up a net, and it works. But on windy days or nights, the bottom stabilizers crack against the window. Yep-a-doop-a-doop-a, boop-a-doop-a-doop-a. There wasn't much music at the science rally this afternoon. At the Women's March, a couple of months ago, there was a lot of music. I mean, everybody was very happy. There were all kinds of interesting stalls, but not much or no music. I didn't hear any, anyway. And I don't think scientists are unmusical. I don't think that was it. It's just there was a lot of speaking to be spoke. A lot of speakers were hammering out the general outrage of any government that would turn its back on science, the core of reality. Well, I don't guess science itself is a core of reality, but it studies the core of reality, as opposed to what I believe as what is so and what seems to be so via science. If it doesn't agree, must be wrong. Or worse, irrelevant. But it made me feel good. Going to that march made me feel good. It was pleasant. I did hobble around a little bit. doing my old man boogie. One of my hips must be anti-science. You never know what your hips think because you never speak to them. I never speak to mine. Sorry about that. There's so many people and things to speak to. You have to ration it out. 3, 6, well, one more time. I'm in the $77 range of loss at the moment. I could do all this all night and go home really, really broke, if you know what I mean. Well, it's been a joy. Remember, science is where it's at. And be kind to your web-footed friends.